Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Venom from Marvel Comics. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Now, here's the idea. This was going to be about like Fortnite, you know? And so that's the whole reason behind it. But I started playing around with the sketch and I came up with something really cool that is more alien, more symbiote, you know? Because, okay, so here's the other thing. I think a little differently when I think about these kind of things. Look at my Superman. Look at my, my Bizarro. Sometimes I look and I'm like, why is it like this? Why is it a certain way? And so I think about stuff like this, like why is it a symbiote? Why is it shaped so muscular? And I get it. I mean, that's how they designed it, you know. But there's also a part of me that's like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense that it tries to make muscles. I mean, no offense. I'm glad they designed it the way they did, and I get why they designed it because it's superheroes, and so you do muscles and stuff like that, you know. But I kind of like the idea that it's a monster kind of thing. So it's like it's creating a human shape, sure, okay, but it doesn't worry about muscles and stuff like that. So I kind of making it like a liquid something, you know? So yeah. So that's why I got excited with well, let's do this and let's see where we can take it and get crazy with it, you know? So there's the idea of I'm even adding an extra arm on him just because I think it would be really neat to get crazy with the fact that it's like a liquid monster type kind of thing, you know? That's my whole point is I'll make him human, obviously, or the human shape, but I'm also going to add extra stuff on him. Like he's kind of reaching out type kind of thing, you know? That's just my take. And so, but because that's the whole idea is this is how I draw. So I'm playing around with that, exactly that I can go a little crazier with it, right? Okay, so this shouldn't take too long. What else can I do? Let me see. I'm looking at my sketch to see how I need to, what I did. Let me look at it real fast. Because I did some stuff that I really liked. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So I want to keep that look, you know. Okay, and I think that was a quick sketch. Oh, let me get some facial stuff in here too. Oh, what else did I do here? I did like that coming down. And that's going to be the trick too, is what we're going to ink in and what we're not. You know, because it's an all black figure, you know. Okay, I think that'll work. It's a crazy. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let me do something for the face. And here, the same thing. It's like, you know, he doesn't need to be human or spiderish, you know. Now, granted, if you go back to where this originally came from, sure, that's why it is based on a spider, because it was from Spider-Man, that kind of thing. But if you're going by the movies and stuff like that, I mean, they kind of, they don't give it enough of a reason why it's spiderish, you know. So that's why I kind of like the whole Spider-Man idea first. Yeah, I think that'll work right there. That's pretty easy, pretty dope if you ask me. But you probably shouldn't, because I'm an old man that uses words like dope. Okay, we'll try to give him some spider stuff. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty quick, pretty easy. Let me erase some of these sketch lines. Not a lot, because the sketch actually worked pretty well. And so I gotta keep some of that to guide me. But the darker lines, the confidence lines, I'm gonna make them disappear a little bit. Because I want my Sharpie to stand out. If you're working with pencil, you just keep going. You start drawing darker. Or press harder. But I'm gonna make some of this disappear. Then we'll get going. So here's gonna be the trick, is what am I gonna do thick versus thin? Because it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm excited about this one. Okay, I think that's gonna work. I think that's enough. I think we should welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but also a lot of the pen, because the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to guide me. So I'm going to get started. You've seen the pose. You see where we're going with this, so I'm super excited about this. So I'm going to draw those big old eyes, and the head and the mouth. So let's get going. So I'm just kind of designing based on my sketch. Oops, didn't close that off. So if you want to know why I did it like this, I talk about that in the sketch portion. You can go back and look at that if you want. Me, I'm just going to keep going. We're going to dig in right here. So there's his mouth, and let's go ahead and draw some teeth. So big old alien teeth, because obviously there's no spider that looks like this. So there's another funny, like, why does he have so many teeth? If he's spider based, you know, why so many teeth? Well, because it looks cool, that's why. Simple answer. It looks scary, you know? All right, close that off. And so now let's go ahead and do like this big old crazy tongue, and then we'll expand on the head. So I'm doing kind of like a lot of fluid type kind of looks, like a lot of this. That's the whole idea behind my Venom, is that I'm making it look very fluid, very flowing, you know, because I almost call him like a liquid monster, because it's the way I have it. I've got it designed so it's super flowing. And so we're also, because it's such a black, you know, black, I'm kind of designing it so I'm cutting off the edges here, so I have a place to actually, you know, color in the mouth and leave the black head open like that. So that being said, let's go ahead and give him like this big old huge jaw, something like this. And I'm gonna start to thicken up these lines too. Because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width, and I'm trying to make up for that, or complement it, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. And look how I'm going back and forth like this, because I'm thickening up this line. I wasn't happy with the shape, so I went thicker on one end, thinner on the other to try to smooth it out, and I think it worked. I can live with that. I can live with that. So again, because I've got him kind of liquid flow monster stuff, this is where we're gonna get crazy. So here we go. I'm just gonna start. I've got them all hunched over. I'm just gonna pick a spot. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do this shoulder right here. Something like this. There's this shoulder. Oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. I forgot. I need a new Sharpie. Pause. Okay, back in. New Sharpie. All right, so I'm just going to start following my sketch. Okay, so I've got it very flowing, very fluid, but also I kind of want to match it with some of this stuff. So I'm going to play around with starting and stopping in different places because I know where it's going to go, and I want it to match up a little bit. So pardon me if I'm jumping all over, but there's a reason. You're gonna see why. Okay, so here I'm gonna all right, and I think that's what I'll do is I'll just jump back and forth between the Sharpies so you see where I'm going with this. So you can also see kind of the fluid movement I'm going for with such a strange alien monster look. Okay. Okay, so his hand, ooh, let's get crazy with the hand. So I'm following a basic hand, but I'm also not. Ooh, you know, I gotta draw this middle finger first. Because I've got it kind of bent over the first finger, and I want to make sure that I don't draw through it. Like that. All right, so this one we're gonna, same thing, wrap it over itself. The pinky we're gonna do kind of out. Something like that. So it's almost like coming at you like this, but it's such a dramatic shape that it's kind of foreshortened, basically is what I'm trying to say. Foreshortened. Oops, that kind of got away from me. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, awesome. So see, I'm going to do little stuff like this to kind of make it look like it's flowing, crazy, Venom symbiote stuff. But also, I'm going to do like an extra arm. Like I talked about this in a sketch that, well, if you want to see why, you go to that portion. I'm just going to keep creating. So I know it seems a little crazy, right? But I like the idea of he's kind of like reaching out, like shooting out at you, you know? Like where is that extra hand coming from? But also, it's like, hey, it's an alien, you know? It doesn't know that it can only do this, it can only do that. It's just fighting, basically, is what it is. So there you go, do some weird little flowing of liquid joints. Because the other nice thing about it too is like, well, you know, we get to decide how exactly it's shaped like this, and no one can really tell us we're wrong. I mean, Marvel can say, yeah, we don't like the way you're doing that. Okay, that's fine. But the thing is, again, we're the creators, so we get to go crazy with it and do whatever we want. Okay. All right, so you like that? A little crazy, a little different. Let's do the same thing with this arm. We're just gonna go draw this little shape like that. Same thing with this hand. It's gonna go crazy out there. Let's do, how about we do like let's see, a flowing little something like that, and then we'll do something for that. Like again, like an offshoot like that. Let me clean this up, try to make it look smooth. Like that. Oops, as I just draw a strange line just way off to the side like that. Real smooth. Real smooth. Okay, something like that. Again, I'm just trying to create like a flow of, I want to say liquid, but it's not liquid, right? But it's like the movement, you know, the movement of, ooh, let's do this one up here. The movement of the symbiote around the body, type kind of thing. I'm just going to jump back and forth between the two Sharpies because I've got an idea here. Let's see if it goes around. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to go this. Let's see, it's going to flow like that. So this one's going to come around here. Like this. There we go. So now, let's see if it goes like that. I want it to go back behind. Then it's going to come up one more time. Something like this. Then this is going to flow back to the fat Sharpie. Up like this. Like that. So we got it kind of flowing around each other, you know? So the complement and the thick lines are still kind of working together in symbiote fashion, so to speak. Okay, so same thing here. I'm gonna do like a crazy old hand. But like I said, I like the idea of it like coming out, like reaching out at you, you know? So that's kind of where I'm going with this whole thing. Okay. Boy, this is so hard to not turn my paper. All right. So I talked about this in the sketch. I will elaborate a little bit that, you know, I get why they made, you know, muscles and all that. It's superhero stuff, right? That's what they go for. But there's a part of me that's like, why? Alien doesn't understand muscles. It doesn't understand that's got to be big and huge and bulky. It's just fighting, right? It's just a coming at you type kind of thing. So that's where I'm going with this. That's the whole idea. So I like the whole, like, it understands to take on a human form, but it doesn't need to, you know? Ooh. Before I go further, I see some more of that kind of stuff I want to do. So, and then, let's see, let's go ahead and, I'm just going to jump back and forth. Something like that. And then, oh, and here's another fun thing I'm doing. I'm doing like, there's more than one leg shooting down. So he's got feet, but he's also got a few more little offshoots that are bracing him. Okay. We'll see, that one's starting to come up and hasn't wrapped around yet. Not every single one is wrapping around. They're starting, right? That's what this idea is. They're starting to go down. So, let me clean this up a little bit, then we're going to work on the legs. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I think for a spider, I think I should do that with color. I'm not going to worry about drawing it with this. I'll do it with color. That way we can kind of keep it subtle and make it stand out that way. Okay. All right. Okay. Now for the legs. I'm just going to start drawing. You're going to see where I'm going to go with this. So see, almost like extra feet to hold it down. And so it's almost like it understands toes, but it feels like, well, there should be more. You know, there's a little bit more weight and leverage we need. Yeah, I'm talking as a symbiote. We're a little bit more weight and leverage we need, so I'm going to extend a little bit more. That's the whole idea. Ooh, I want to turn my body. All right. So there you go. See, extra little stuff that he feels. I say he like it's a person that the symbiote feels it needs to connect and hold itself up a little bit better. Okay, something like that. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing over here. And again, with just a couple little extra feet. All right. Ooh, I kind of like the idea almost too, like this isn't even a foot, you know, it's like it gets it, but I need more weight distribution or help over here, you know? All right. Ooh, yeah. How's yours coming out? This is awesome. I like mine. Go. Cool. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Venom from Marvel Comics. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.